Please watch this.
You know, I was doing Iron Man. We did a 3-picture deal with Marvel. $4.5 million for the first, $7.5 to $8 million for the second. They come back and they called my agent. We want Terrence $1 million instead of the $8 million that we had agreed to. My agent said, F you, and hung up the phone. Well, immediately they go to Don Cheadle. They had to spin, oh, he was terrible on set, all of these things. I'm calling Robert Downey because when I was doing the Brave one, Susan Downey was a producer, comes over to my trailer and she's like, congratulations on Iron Man. First time they've hired second lead before they've hired the first. So Robert really wants to go in. They won't see him. And I was like, I love Robert. I called Avi Arad immediately, producer on it. He's like, no, we can't bond him. I'm like, instead of the $4.5 you want to give me, take $1 million for the bond for him and let him audition. He gets the part. Robert is like, I love you. Thank you so much. This other thing happened. Called him 27 times. Leave a message. Calling his assistant. I need the help I gave you. Didn't hear from him until 3 years later. Bumped into him. That time I'd had Empire. It was like, oh, but everything worked out for you. That broke me a little bit, but I know how hard Robert had coming out of that jail.
Terrence Howard won at TikTok for teaching us, no matter how much you do for a person, you cannot expect that same back from them. Because you might have did something from somebody from a place of love, and you might have did something for somebody expecting a favor in the future or not. But when you do something from somebody, it always has to be from the heart. Because if you do something and then you expect them to reciprocate that energy later on, most of the times people gonna leave you disappointed. Just like Robert Downey Jr. He got him the role of Iron Man. Now when he needed Iron Man to back him up, right? He didn't even answer the phone. And then he said something else in the video. Robert Downey Jr. told him, but everything worked out for you. Yes, even though everything may work out, you weren't there when the person needed you, right? When the person needed you the most, you weren't there. But the whole point of my video is to say, when you do something, don't have no expectations. And if you can and if you want to do it, make sure you do that from the heart. Because a lot of times people not going to be able to match the energy that you gave them. People not going to be able to be there for you like you were for them. And sometimes that's a good thing, and sometimes that's a bad thing. That's a good thing because it shows how great you are. Sometimes that's a bad thing because it shows, damn, people are really self-centered and focused on self, that they just worried about them. They're not really worried about you. As long as you, this is the mentality. As long as you can help me get on, I'm good. I'm not worried about nobody else. It's unfortunate. But shout out to Terrence Howard for showing us